Nobody wants to work a day job. I don't, so I'm going to start this Amazon store. You might be wondering, what am I going to sell? But that's not really the full question. The question is, how do I use Amazon? Amazon will allow me to sell any products that I need. Now, I'm located in France, so I'm going to be selling in the European market, and it's a little trickier than I thought. One of the things to keep in mind is every country is a country, right? So France is one, Germany's one, UK is one, and each Amazon, there's an Amazon store for each place. It's not too difficult. It took me a couple days to figure out, but it was a little tricky. And here is the first tip that I'm going to give you from my experience. One is, and this is coming from the contact support, if you're setting up, starting in Europe, you need to use separate browsers. Separate browsers as in Brave and Google, Firefox and Google, or Firefox and Brave per region. So if the North American region needs to be set up on Brave, which I use, and I will log into that. I'm not selling in the North American market, so my Google is going to be set up on the global market, which would be global meaning Europe or every other country, and I have to log into that. The reason she said is because Amazon has issues, and she said it's going to be a lot easier, otherwise it'll log you into the North American and back and forth. So first tip, you're setting up a European market, use a separate browser. If you're in North America selling in Europe and you're setting in that, use a separate browser. If you're in Europe selling in North America, when you set your North America one up or log into that account, set up or log into a different browser. You might be asking, what am I going to make? And it's deodorant. In there now. So the deodorant I'm going to make is from a recipe that I had and learned when I was traveling around America in a van. And I needed deodorant, and I found out what a deodorant is essentially, so I have a recipe for that, and I'm going to give that a shot. Now the fun part is going to be creating the brand, using Canva for that, and I know how to use that, and I will show some videos on it, but that'll be one product. The other product is dehydrated salts. So I grew up on a farm also, and I have recipes, family recipes, salts that we use, seasonings that we use, because we used to process and make sausages, and it was kind of like a butchery. So I know those things too. So I'm going to use some family recipes, some recipes that I've learned from me cooking, and I'm going to create those. Now I'm starting with the basics. I have nothing at this point, and the hardest part that I've found so far has been setting up the Amazon. So I gave you that tip about logging into the different browsers. I've just now recently, after 3 days, have Amazon set up and have the store set up. So I've accomplished my first goal. Second goal is to add some products. Now this is just an introductory video. This is what I'm going to be doing. This is what I plan on doing. You want to watch, if you want to do the same thing, put into the comments. Tell me what you think. If you have any issues, let me know. Maybe I can help. If I have issues, you're going to find it right here.